Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's Trevelli, and today we are talking about why the NFL needs to remove artificial turf from playing fields. It is just absolutely ridiculous if you look at some of the reports and some of the statistics that are coming out. Just ask the players, ask the coaches, and ask anybody who's played on turf and or real grass, and you're gonna see almost a consistent consensus that everybody is against turf. Now, before we get into this video, I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for liking, subscribing, commenting. I'm seeing an uptick in my views as well as the overall engagement, so I really appreciate that. I don't care if you guys want to leave a like, a dislike, a comment making fun of me, whatever you want to do. It all helps the algorithm, so I really appreciate that. Now let's get into the action. Okay, so there's a couple reports that I've read here, which really go over the detail, maybe statistics-wise, from more respected, let's say, sports medicine doctors, but let's just start with the players, okay? Jimmy Garoppolo, Nick Bosa, Raheem Mostert, Tevin Coleman, Jordan Reed, Zach Banner. These are all name brand. Oh, James Conner, okay? He's fine, but all of those names that I said have had significant injuries, some lost for the season. Others are luckier, like James Conner is back and he's okay. Jordan Reed should be okay. But you're seeing a lot of players get placed on injury reserve, and it's all happening on turf fields. Now, we know that McCaffrey and Barkley went down on real grass. However, we need to take into consideration some of the stats that we've seen. Now, a 2019 study by Cleveland-based university hospitals featured data from 26 high school trainers during the 2017-18 athletic season. They reported 953 injuries, okay, total. 368 were on natural grass. So you can do the math on that. That was 585 placed on synthetic turf. So you're looking at almost a 65%, maybe a 60% injury rate on the synthetic turf. Okay, so you're getting 35 to 40% of the injuries on natural grass, and you know what that's called? Football. People are going to get hit hard. They're not going to get up. They're going to tear their ACL, their meniscus, whatever. But, you know, maybe we can bring up another report here. The University Hospital Sports Medicine Institute partners with more than 50 area high schools to keep their athletes injury-free, right? So with the goal in mind, the department decided to analyze data to compare injury rates on artificial versus natural playing surfaces among high school athletes, both male and female, for all sports played on the field. So you can say this is not a biased study it's not just about football, which is a bunch of big grizzly bears running at each other, right? No. So let's take a look at right here. They found athletes were 58% more likely to sustain an injury during athletic activity on artificial turf. Injury rates were significantly higher for football, girls and boys soccer, and rugby athletes. All right, so the University Hospital Sports Medicine Institute and the study by the Cleveland-based university hospitals, they both have basically a similar percentage. If you look at the percentage, I mean, they're both hovering around 60 to 65% of injuries are not happening on the natural grass. So you should know right away, just based on math, right? Okay, so if it's 1/3 of the, or whatever it is, if it's 1/3 or 1/4, either way, if it's 1/3 or 1/4 safer to play on natural grass, let's get back to natural grass. You already have the money to pay athletes hundreds of millions of dollars. The stadiums are bringing in hundreds of millions of dollars. The owners are profiting hundreds of millions of dollars per year. Let's maybe invest a little bit of that, maybe $1 million into just protecting the players. They all say player safety, blah, blah, blah. And I understand it's hard to upkeep, natural playing grass at all times of the seasons of the year, et cetera, et cetera. But if you really want to protect your players, which is what they say, once you look at the studies, once you look at the data, you looked at the data for CTE, and now you made it almost impossible to play the game of football. However, we are mostly in unanimous agreement for that. We're not in unanimous agreement on this turf, and I can prove that right here. Safety Minkah Fitzpatrick for the Pittsburgh Steelers has come out and basically condemned turf, saying how it absolutely destroys their bodies. We just played there last week, and you can just feel the aches and pains of your injuries, your ankles, knees, and joints, so much more than if you played on regular grass. If it was up to me, I would get rid of artificial turf completely. Every time we play on it, I get extra ankle tape, make sure my shoelaces are tied tight, because I already know I'm going to feel it after the game. So guys, that is all you have to know, right? I mean, do we have to talk about anything else? I'm pretty sure that just sums it up. There was one more thing. This is kind of more minor, I guess, but I wanted to throw this in there as well. All right, I live in South Florida. Do you know how hot the concrete is here? When you step on the ground, okay, with the sun coming down, I'm sure this is in everywhere else, but I'm no climatologist. I'm just saying, when you step on a hot ground in Florida, it will burn your foot. Now, can you imagine, there's reports that say when you play on the turf, it actually rises the temperature of the playing field by 40 degrees, possibly. So let's say it's a 70-degree day, but the sun is baking down on that plastic turf. It's more likely to feel like 90 degrees or 100 degrees on the field, as opposed to how it should feel climate-wise. So you're making it hotter on the players. And then imagine what it feels like to get tackled by Khalil Mack with no compression sleeve on, let's say, with no Under Armour, and you're just getting grinded into that 110-degree plastic grass, the blades of grass literally slicing your arm and burning it at the same time. Now, I don't know if I come off as a pansy right now. I don't know if Google is going to consider that a curse word, but we do know for sure that these players don't like it. I can bring up several reports of players not liking it, and you know what? I'll say from personal experience, I've played football on an artificial turf, and I have played football on natural grass. I've never been injured on natural grass, and I have felt the aches and pains of turf, so I know exactly what these players are talking about. Anyways, that's the video today, guys. I'll be back with another video tomorrow, probably another player personnel video, something fun for you guys to get you going for this week's fantasy slate. I hope everybody has a great week. Continue to subscribe, like, comment, and I will see you guys soon. Get rid of the turf, okay? Peace.